Hello y'all, and welcome to the second installment in my series on Peach Tips and Tricks. Today's video is about jump cancel fast fall and will be divided into two parts with a bonus tutorial at the end. The first section will be a fact sheet on JCFF, a general overview about its technical execution, and information about the mechanics and frame data behind it. And the second part will explain a method I discovered for labbing JCFF that helped me achieve consistent execution. So without further ado, let's get started. For part 1 of the guide, I'm going to use the frame-by-frame function to demonstrate jump cancel fast fall in slow motion, with the inputs displayed. First, you press and hold jump. You can see her going through the jump squat frames here, and by frame 4, she's off the ground. Let her travel a bit, and now I'll press down on the control stick to call for a float. Advance the frame, and she's begun her float. All I have to do now is let go of the jump button, and the game will also be able to read this input as a fast fall. So I'll release, and voila, jump cancel fast fall. By the time you call for the float, you actually have a total of 2 frames to release the jump, or the game will no longer be able to recognize your downward input as a fast fall. So as you can see, call for float, 1, 2, release, jump cancel fast fall, but 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, release, and you only get a slow fall. So it's not the most lenient timing, but at least they gave us 2 frames, and I mean, that's enough, right? So for part 2 of this guide, I wanted to talk about a training method I devised several months prior when I was labbing tech. It just kind of hit me that when you hold down, like, this is the most elementary thing about Peach. If you hold down the jump button, when she reaches the top of her jump, she begins to float. So if you fast fall this float within the first 2 frames of it beginning, then you're essentially doing a jump cancel fast fall out of a full hop. Which, it gives you sort of a slow, more manageable, and like more rhythmic method of practicing the timing of pressing down and letting go of the jump button. So you can just kind of do this over and over again, and you just sort of slowly put the input into your muscle memory. And I found that it wasn't long. Okay, now I'm just screwing it up because I'm talking about it, so I need to stop. It wasn't very long after practicing that I was able to consistently get jump cancel fast fall at lower heights as well. So that's that. Something good about the method too is that you can tell whether you're actually getting the fast fall input correctly, or if you're just getting a regular fast fall out of a full hop. Because if you do it out of a full hop, just a regular fast fall, she doesn't really leave her ascending animation. She doesn't really have time to go to her regular fall animation, which is the same animation that she has when she falls, either slowly or quickly, out of her float. So if you hold down and you get used to the height of her full hop so that you're ready for when the float would naturally begin, and you fast fall like within the correct window, you'll see that she enters this animation. Just the animation of her falling out of a float. Or just the idle falling animation in general. Because you'll see if I just slow fall out of it, I sort of transition to that animation. So there's a really good visual marker for that. The only pitfall with this method is if you take too long, like just barely too long, you might actually be passing the 2 frame window for actually getting a jump cancel fast fall correct. However, I don't think this is a huge problem just because any float that you're in, if you decide to fast fall it, you have to let go of float within 2 frames. So the principle's the same, and if you're doing this full hop method, even if you go over 2 frames, you're not actually doing some sort of like double down input, where like you press down to begin a float at a different height, and then you press down again and you let go of jump within 2 frames. Like, that's not super good for practice, just because it's like extra repetitive motion stress. So anyway, that's all I have to say about this. I'm going to transition into my diamond jumping tutorial now, which is that little bait that you see a lot of the good peaches do. And there's a lot more you can do with jump cancel fastfall out of double jump than this, but this is a good little trick to add to your neutral, and it's very easy for me to just explain exactly how I do it. And of course, if you lab jump cancel fastfall with my method, or whatever method works for you, as I explained the correct order of inputs in the frame timing window in the first part of the guide, really it should all come together for a lot of you that may be struggling with this. So thanks for watching. God bless you all. May He keep you safe, and particularly during this time of coronavirus, COVID panic. If you're stuck at home, you know, there's a lot of better things to do technically than training jump cancel fastfall or peach tech, but there's also nothing wrong with doing it, and hopefully when this is all over you can go back to your locals and tear them up. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.